Hello, everyone. Welcome to Sunday Night Soul Time. It is Sunday, September 15th, 2019, and I hope that you had an incredible weekend and that you're getting ready for the week ahead. And I'm so happy to be able to support you in that journey. So tonight we are continuing our conversation that we had last week on limiting beliefs. So if you haven't yet watched that video, I definitely suggest that you watch that one. I really appreciated getting so much of your feedback of how important this work is to you. And so we're going to go deeper tonight. We're going to do a bit of a review, and I'm going to introduce to you a new technique and a tool that you can use in lieu of a meditation tonight. And this technique and tool is really powerful, and you're going to be able to watch this video over and over to do it. So definitely take part. What I do suggest before we get started, and I always say this, but tonight I really mean it, make sure you're in a place where you have total privacy and quiet, because as part of this tool, you're going to be speaking some affirmations out loud. That'll be the way that you can receive the most benefit out of it. So I suggest that you do that. Regardless, let's get started. So again, a limiting belief is any fear-based illusion that you subscribe to that you believe is true. And a limiting belief, just like the name says, it is a belief you have that serves to limit your potential in some way. It says something isn't possible, you can never do that, whatever it is. It is, it is truly limiting, but the thing is it's not true, but you believe it is. It's a way that you've engaged with fear as truth rather than what fear is meant to be, which is our teacher. Okay, I'm going to say that again. It's a way that you've engaged with fear as truth to the degree you've taken it on as a belief that shapes your reality, creates the story of your life, a reason that you're not doing certain things or taking certain actions because that belief is so strong, you believe it to be true, but it's not. And look, any fear-based illusion to which you've subscribed is not true. And it's challenging because some of these things, we look at society, we look at otherwise, and we go, of course this is true, and this is like where the work can really begin. So a good way, and I'm going to review the practice I introduced last week to you, but a really important way to understand what your limiting beliefs are simply to look at any part of your life that's challenged. Finances, relationships, job, relationships in general, fun, play, well-being, health. If you look at any area of your life that is really, really challenged for you, you definitely have limiting beliefs there that need to be investigated, right? And again, this isn't the fun work always, but it's the necessary work. Again, what you believe, like the stories you've told yourself, absolutely create your reality. Absolutely create your reality. And so if you're looking to create greater happiness, fulfillment, abundance in any aspect of your life, doing this work is really important. So again, the 4 steps for removing limiting beliefs are first identifying the limiting belief you have. And again, to really understand and just stick with the big ones, because, there can be a lot, but look at the area of your life that you're having challenged and go, what is it I believe that is blocking me here? And you make your list of your limiting beliefs. You make your list of your limiting beliefs. So things like, I'm just not smart enough to start my own business. I'm going to look at some of the ones I'm going to use tonight in the technique. I'll never find a job that I love. I can't step away from my job because I have kids. See that last one there? That can feel very, very true. I'm going to pause that for now, but we'll get into it later. But if you look in any area of your life that is not working, what are the things that you believe that are keeping you from making a change? Those are your limiting beliefs. What are the ways that you believe that you're limited, your possibility is limited, your life is limited, your opportunity is limited, that you're stuck in this aspect of your life that isn't working? Those are your limiting beliefs, and they might feel very real and true. And I always say this, if it pops in your mind, as you're sitting to do this work, it's most likely a limiting belief. Put it on the piece of paper. So you get your list of limiting beliefs identified, right? And then the second thing you do is you say, for each belief, you go, what if this wasn't true? What would it enable? What would then be true instead? Right? So if I'll never find a job, if it's I'll never find a job I love, this weren't true, you would have a job that you love tomorrow, right? So you really start to play if this wasn't true, what would be? And then the third thing that you do is you look at the root cause of this belief. It's really important to shift your consciousness where you understand like what's fueling this belief. So for the first one, again, I'll never find a job that I'll love. The root cause might be my parents didn't have jobs I love. Nobody I know has jobs I love, right? I mean, it's pretty powerful, quote unquote, evidence, but therein lies the journey for you. Therein lies the soul journey to rise above that fear, to rise above that seeming limitation, to really rise above what seems impossible and make it possible, because it is. It is. That's the journey that we're all on. So so you look at the root cause to kind of shift your awareness, at least have some understanding of why you have this thing. And then you write a new empowering belief. So again, I'm going to take this one example. It might be, I am paid to do what fulfills me more than anything. And you say those new empowering beliefs as affirmations each day until you start to feel a shift in your belief system, in your consciousness, or maybe you start to feel that area of your life start to move and become a little bit unstuck. So that is the work. And again, you know, really take the area of your life to start that is most problematic and just sit and go, what, you know, just ask the universe, what are the things I'm believing here that are limiting that are creating this situation, And whatever pops up, write it on the page and then follow the 4 steps. And so here's a really powerful technique that I want to introduce to you. And we're going to take 2 examples tonight, and I'm going to do this with you. What you're going to do is, this is a statement that I read. This is really a really powerful way, and it's something you can do on your own or watching this video time after time with each belief that you have to really shift your conscious and your subconscious on this one. It's very, very powerful. And all you need to do it is the limiting belief and the new empowering belief. Okay? And so for the first one, again, the limiting belief that I'm going to use as our example tonight, but as you follow me in this, you can use any limiting belief you currently are aware that you have, or in its corresponding new empowering belief. And that's how you'll use this moving forward. You can use this as a template, and you can come back, and instead of the limiting belief I'm going to say, you'll say your actual limiting belief. And then when I get to the place where I'm going to say the new empowering belief, instead you'll say your new empowering belief. But we're going to use this as an example tonight as a bit of a tutorial so that you can learn how to do this and take away and do this on your own. So a couple things before we get started in doing this. The limiting belief we're going to use for this example is, I'll never find a job I love. I'm sure maybe even half of you watching can use this one, so do it. And the new empowering belief that we're going to use is, I'm paid to do what fulfills me more than anything. Okay, so those will be the 2 places that are interchangeable that you're going to be able to go back and use this statement I'm going to read, and I'll explain you how to do it in a second and follow along with me in the future in those 2 statements. So this is a statement. It's long. What I'm going to do is read a sentence at a time. I'm going to pause so that you can repeat what I say out loud, hopefully, wherever you are. If you're not able to do it out loud right now, just do it, you know, kind of silently in your mind. Okay? So I'm going to repeat each statement of this paragraph that is like a reprogramming statement. It is a tool you can use on your own to reprogram yourself on all your limiting beliefs, and I promise you it works like magic. So I'll repeat each sentence. You will repeat it aloud back. You'll see me pause in the video, and we'll do that, and then we'll do one other one. And I love this tool, and that's why I wanted to switch things up a little bit tonight and arm you with this so that you have this really empowerment tool at your disposal. Okay, so let's get started. So again, our limiting belief we're going to use for this example is, I'll never find a job I love. And the empowering belief we're going to use is, I am paid to do what fulfills me more than anything. And so again, just repeat each sentence after me, and then you can use this video and do it back on your own. Okay? And let's just do a couple breaths together to really get ourselves in a space to receive this release, because this is like a spiritual release tool that I'm giving you before we do it. So let's all just breathe in together and release. Breathe in, release. And once more, breathe in and release. Okay, let's get started. So again, just repeat each sentence after me. And the thing is to repeat it slowly to really feel the truth of this and absorb the words you're saying with every cell of your body. Okay? Here we go. Even though I have believed, repeat it back, that I'll never find a job I love, repeat, it no longer serves me. Therefore, I hereby ask for it to be removed now. Fully, completely, and permanently from my subconscious mind. As such, I direct my subconscious to remove this belief. From every single aspect of my being. My physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies. Across all of time. I also hereby release all conscious and subconscious reasons and causes for having this belief. As I do any other thought patterns or belief systems that are tied to it. While I thank my ego for protecting me, with this belief to this point in my life, I affirm it no longer has any power over me. It is finished. I am completely free to let it go. I am now free. With the release of this belief, I am now free to get paid to do what fulfills me more than anything. I am free. I affirm that this part of my life is now healed. And so it is. Good job. So you see how that works. And it's important that you do it really slow, really feel it. It can be really helpful you could have maybe a mirror next to the video, but sometimes it's really like helpful to also be looking at yourself as you're doing it. So just keep that in mind. But that's a really powerful way to release this. So let's do one more. So you can just, again, feel the flow and see how this goes. And for this one, the limiting belief we're going to use is, I can't step away from my job because I have kids. Now, this is very deep on many levels, and it's what I help so many women with. And usually this is like a fundamental belief about how the world works. And so it's a lot of deep work on, okay, well, what's better for your kids, to see you in a job that you're not happy in? It gets into a lot of things. But what I always say is, and what this comes down to is, there is no way the universe is going to put a passion, a desire, or even like a desire to do something more fulfilling in your heart that is only bad for your kids or your family. Like, the universe doesn't work that way. So anything that is good for you, the universe always finds a way and paves a path to also ensure that your family, your children, the ones around you are supported. The universe isn't cruel. So that's like a fundamental belief that a lot of us have about like how the world works. And it's a deep one. That's why I wanted to do it. And I'm sure you can relate to this on other things, like things you just think to be true. And it requires you to go a level deeper. So that's the limiting belief. So the way to really start working on this and changing your shift and belief about how the world works is, my kids' well-being and abundance is supported when I pursue my life's purpose. Okay? So that's what we're going to use here. So we're going to start over again. Let's do a deep breath and release. Okay, let's go. Even though I have believed that I can't step away from my job because I have kids, it no longer serves me. Therefore, I hereby ask for it to be removed now. Fully, completely, and permanently from my subconscious mind. As such, I direct my subconscious to remove this belief from every single aspect of my being. My physical, mental, emotional, and spiritual bodies across all of time. I also hereby release all conscious and subconscious reasons and causes for having this belief. As I do any other thought patterns or belief systems that are tied to it. While I thank my ego for protecting me with this belief, to this point in my life, I affirm it no longer has power over me. It is finished. I am completely free to let it go. I am now free. With the release of this belief, I am now free to have my kids' well-being and abundance supported when I pursue my life's purpose. I am free. I affirm that this part of myself is now healed. And so it is. Okay, good job. So again, I hope that you'll really use this tool. You can take any of your limiting beliefs and the new empowering beliefs and use this over and over, playing along with me. We're playing this video and just plugging and substituting in your limiting or your empowering belief at the right time in the video. I want to say it's really important when you do your empowering beliefs that you make them present tense, not in the future. So you will notice that in that. And look, I hope that this tutorial and this tool, using this tool really helps you, that you take advantage of it. If you have any questions about it or how to use it, definitely reach out to me. I will absolutely respond to you and help you. I do this because I really want to support and help you. And so that's it for tonight. I hope you have an incredible week ahead. Let's get rid of these limiting beliefs and step into our full potential, the highest potential for our lives, because we all deserve to live that. Okay. Have a beautiful rest of your evening, and I'll see you next week. Bye-bye for now.